So the Rot Drake mount, you have to feed it nameless venom. You have to transfer to ab. You know, not everyone's built on ab because it's a shit place to build. You know, if you build in a cave in ab, you get messed. If you build up high, well, I mean, you're unraidable now. Let's be honest. It don't fucking matter. Tech Drakes are a thing, so yeah, you can build an ab, but it's a shit. It's a nice map, and it was, but the only thing you need on ab, let's be honest, the only reason you're there, yeah, is to get fucking metal, and then when someone pulls up to your base, to fly around in a tech suit and use a mech. So you know, it don't matter. But anyways, ab, you know, it had great potential, and it used to be a great map when it first came out. I did not play the game then, or well, I didn't play Aberration, and I looked at a bunch of videos and stuff when people used to obviously play on that map, and it was really good. Anyways, it don't matter. Let's talk about the Drake, right? The 5 reasons, or whatever, how many reasons I've got that it's not broken. Okay, so 1, we have getting the egg, you know, radiation, whatever, danger for the Rot Drakes, you know, danger zone, hazard zone, whatever. So getting the eggs, danger. 2, incubating the eggs. Yeah, you know, not exactly like it matters, but you do need a lot of ACs, so it has to be a decent, not that it's saying expensive, but you know, it has to be a decent size. And it is, I honestly forgot that Rot Drake's pointless. It's about 3 hours. I don't think it's 4 hours, I think it's 3 hours to pop up, maybe 3 hours 30. Holy shit. 3, yeah, the DPS, you know, the bite damage on a Rot Drake, you know, isn't exactly the fucking best. Yeah. 4, you know, the invisibility, it's cool. It used to be good. Let's be honest, it used to be a good ability. You know, it's pretty much for PvE at this point. And to be fair, it's not even for PvE, because who the fuck uses it? So it's just there for as a cool ability that's not actually broken. That's, you know, and you know, 4, like whatever, 5, they're loud as fuck. If you want to PvP on a Rot Drake or do anything on a Rot Drake, your enemies are gonna know you're there 5 miles away. You know, they could be in Africa and you could be in fucking Spain and they can still hear you. 6, the pop out stats of them are really shit. Yeah, shit melee, shit HP. Even the base damage of a Rot Drake is shit anyway. Don't matter what the fucking melee is. 7, they can get Z's. They can get Z'd by Z seeds. So shut the fuck up. 8, if you grapple a Rot Drake, it can't even fucking cling. So it doesn't even fucking matter. You know what I mean? Like shit. Holy fuck. Stop complaining. I've got so many fucking things. What do I say about this thing? You know, I mean, it seems to be OP to me, right? Let me think of a fucking another reason why the Rot Drake is actually not OP, you know? Holy shit. I'm pretty sure when you level HP on a Rot Drake, you know, your Rot Drake could pop with 8k HP. I'm pretty sure it only goes up a bit of fucking, I don't even know. I don't care at this point, but your Rot Drake's exactly like 100k HP suckers, you know what I mean? It'll get to like 25k, obviously if you cap it out levels 30k, I don't give a fuck, alright? They don't go up a lot in HP. So when you level them, even for tech draking, the Rot Drake, even when, I would say even for tech draking, I said, even when you did tech drake, they're not even, like, you know, like, fucking how bad do you have to nerf a balanced dino? And people that complain about the tech drake, you need to realise what you're actually complaining about. I'll tell you. 1, everyone who complains, right, that tech drake's completely broken, you need to look what places they're good for raiding and shit like that. But you know, people pretty much, you know, Ark at this point just want you to pretty much suck every bullet out of everyone's turrets, you know, like you've got 10 years to suck. It's because you remember, it's cryopods are a thing, you know, before extinction, you know, no one had cap turrets, or even, you know, it was myths of cap turrets, but you know, everyone's got them now. So you know, you got to raid everyone on 2020 wildcard. Pretty much want you soak every bullet and shit, and you know how that is. Anyways, so the Rot Drake, yeah, its hitbox was ridiculous, but guess what? That ridiculous was actually balanced, because, like I said, all the other things about the Rot Drake, you know, makes it sound pretty OP to me. I'll be honest. Holy shit! Well, look at that. Fucking look up. Let's talk about that tame next. Let's talk about this tame next. Let's talk about this one next, right? Anyways, so the Rot Drake used the tech saddle, and obviously it shot around bends, shot around corners to raid high up bases, right? The skiff, imagine if everyone was complaining about for ages before Genesis came out. Oh, I don't fucking care, even if a skiff. Right, so you raided pillar bases on extension. Hey, you raided bases on extension mainly, innit? Let's be honest. They was high up. You are not soaking on extension. It's extremely easy to get element and whatnot and shit like that. So no one should be complaining. Yeah, it's hard to get heavy ammo. That's the disadvantage. It's hard to farm everything on extension. That's the balance. That's the balance for extension. It's hard to get everything else, whatever, but it's easy to get element. Alright, that's the balance for extension. The base spots are all completely arse. When Tech Draking and Quetzin was a thing, you know, the only good one was, say, the King Titan, which is, you know, where people built there and got raided by dodgy methods. They get raided like by you know, the Racer and Tappy, whatever the fuck you want to call it now. But Tech Drake, you know, you couldn't even Tech Drake that, so you know, people couldn't raid it with that. But anyways, Tech Draking used to shoot turret towers and structures and bases around the corner, you know, off like ledges like this and shit. It didn't really matter. The range on the Tech Drake, you know, there was still a range to it and shit, so it didn't matter at that point. But it was for raiding bases like ocean pillars and shit that are easy to get element on. If a map's easy to get element on, the main meta to raid it is with element. You need to understand this. You do not soak a base with, you know, access to get easy element. Even if it's on Falcon, I don't like soaking. If I have to soak a base, I won't raid it. And I don't even fucking raid bases now anyways, because, you know, pretty much all of them are unraidable with everything happening. But anyways, fucking yeah. So you shot with the Tech Drake at bases, but you know what? Everyone likes to complain, you know. How to Arc likes to make a video showing everyone that the Tech Drake is completely broken by, you know, building on an island and using the Tech Drake. Build an island, the map that is the hardest map for element, you know, and showing the Tech Drake and building the most shittest turret towers and saying it was broken. Like, you know, round of applause to that guy. But yet he didn't mention any bases on extension or how to raid them. You know, how to Arc clearly doesn't play Arc, or I don't know what servers he's playing, but holy fuck, you know, he's clearly just the biggest bob that is built on a Genesis ocean pillar, you know, or fucking a fucking extension pillar. I don't really care. But anyways, people to not get Tech Drake, but chandeliers down, and when people saw chandeliers, then bases didn't get raided in a very long time. Obviously you can quit some, yeah, on extension. That was a good counter. On Genesis, how could you raid them? You know, you kind of really fucking couldn't. The only way you could raid them is with gas bag soaking, and good luck, because big man, Genesis is the easiest map for ARB and element, so you're not only soaking like, I don't even know what you're soaking at that point. You might as well be soaking fucking thin air, because, you know, if they was online anyways, if you're doing an online raid with a skiff and a gas bag, good luck, because we all know how that goes, and it's literally impossible. Arc like to make online raids impossible now, and that's kind of it. It's kind of sad really, and you know, everyone gets salty why they're offlining, I'm getting offline and shit, but you know, you need to realise how the game's moving and shit. That's why when people try to offline me, well, I'm not really surprised, because it's the game, and some bases are pretty hard to fucking raid, even offline, like shit. Anyways, so you tried to raid a ocean pillar. It had chandeliers and it was built up high. One, you couldn't tech rake it because the chandeliers are there. Two, you can't go out with a tech rex because, you know, if they have a lot of techs on there, because, you know, techs don't cost shit and they're easy to put ammo in. Yeah, you know, you're fucked, and you can gas back soak the chandelier. You know, you might drop, you know, you'll be there for hours soaking one chandelier and shit. It's just unfair. Like, Genesis, in my opinion, like, not all the base bots and stuff are broken, but now that they got rid of the tech drake, I just think it's just a broken map. But it's just so easy to farm everything on there, and it's just the best for A or B an element, which is obviously the turret armor. Like, if there's a map the best for that, I just think it's broken. Anyways, we'll talk about the mana, and a lot of people, you know, the mana Bob I am, which, you know, everyone knows me as, for using these things. Yeah, you know, let's look how much mutations these things have, and why I really think everything should just honestly be nerfed. So anyway, look, so, you know, like, people like to breed Gigas, which makes them broken. Look how much mutations this thing has, and it's pretty much fucking retarded. But anyways, so the mana, I'll be honest, I really do think they're broken. I don't think the mana's balanced, and I don't think it's fun. Like, the only reason why I find it's fun is when other people use manas, because I go against a lot of people with using manas, and I can understand how that is when you're not using one. But anyway, I'm not going to go into it. I think this mana is broken. I'll tell you multiple reasons why. Right, so I know people on PC have extremely better stats, but anyways, this is just a small size one. It's not top whatever fucking stat, but you know, it's half decent mana. It gets the job done, clearly. But anyways, so these things, everyone mutate breeds them, you know. They get, you know, you can clear the seeds. It's obviously got decent weight to carry kits. The stamina, it's alright, because you get stamina back in 2 seconds, 1 second, and the fact that everyone has easy 1-2-4 or ascendant style, whatever the fuck you want to call them, everyone has access to them. Everyone gets them. They're not even hard at this point. It shouldn't even be called ascendant, like top tier fucking. It should be called just primitive, because everyone's got it. It's not hard, right? Everyone has good saddles for their banners, you know. And these things, when they do freeze, you know, they do a lot of DPS against players and shit. Like, these things hurt. And not gonna lie, like, Ark nerfs these seeds, which I just thought was completely wrong. I thought the way maybe was like not bad, but like, imagine these thing, right? You've got a guy and he's pissing you off and he's freezing you and shit, and he keeps, like, every time you try to Z him, you know, you throw your Z seeds, you've got no Z seeds left because you've tried to Z him, but he keeps pouncing you, he keeps dashing in the air and pouncing every time when you're on foot, and he's just completely abusing the shit out of you. You run out of Z seeds. How else are you meant to kill this guy? Well, two, you've got like more options and shit. You know, you got Ys, but you know, Ys are being nerfed because Wildcard thought it was broken. You know, and you know, you can try flame him. You know, you might kill him if he's a fucking bob. By flaming underneath his mana while he's feeding. You know, it can happen. But if not, yeah, you know, you're pretty much fucking toast. Like, this guy's gonna fuck you up. All he does is, you know, he rides his mana and he looks at you and hold L2. You know, it's 100% fucking skill in it. Like, shit, holy. I think what Wildcat should have done to manas, and like, yeah, they've been completely broken and shit in the past, but they should honestly just, like, with nerfing all the other dinos that I'm going to talk about, with manners, I would not be surprised, and like, I would not be bothered if manners, I don't know, I don't really mind much how they are now, because, you know, these things are just fucking 10 times more broken. But these things definitely need a nerf. If you're going rag, griefing, you're on a 6 mana flyers, alright? Let's say you're on, you know, a lightning wyvern, a fire wyvern, 4 griffins, you might have a guy now, I don't really care. And there's just one guy on a mana who comes, you know, it could be a duo, and they just jump around the whole green up field, freezing, just running like pussies, and you can't catch them. I know many people have had this problem, you know. You know, it's the best thing, you know. People on Ark now, if they want to be a pussy, camp turrets or, you know, run away, it's their choice, you know. It's their choice. These things, you know, he just comes in whenever he wants to deal massive amounts of DPS to your griffin, freeze the shit out of it, and dips when your whole squad comes because you've got freeze debuff. And this Bob, remember, he's wearing hide armor, and he's probably got an unlimited mana with like a 90 armor salvo. Not that it matters, but holy shit. But he's wearing hide, and he's doing, not only can he like deal massive amounts of DPS, he can run away, and he can float in the water as much as he wants, like a little bitch. And look at you, and he gets stabbed in 0.2 seconds, so you're not ever gonna fucking catch him. Let's be honest, if you don't have Z seeds or Ys, pretty much mana is gonna be alive 90% of the time, and that's only if he wants to come close to you. Remember, most of the people who ride these are literally pussies that just see you and run away. Like, they don't actually get into the fight and shit, they just kind of run away. Yeah. Anyways, this thing here, holy fuck, bro. I would not know how broken this thing is. Everyone's gonna complain like, oh, it's a 7-day race. It's the hardest dino to race in the game. It's a 7-day race, you know. It can't be broken. It can't be. Oh, I'm sorry, you know, when people get oh, this one actually don't have a lot of mutations. Let me see if I got another one on me. Oh, look at this one. Let's see, let's put this one out and see how much mutations this one's got on it, so I can prove my point. If not, I look like a dumbass right now. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna stop at this point with the fucking throwing out gigas and looking at the mutts. These things, you know, people breed millions. You can look at some of your gigas, they'll have millions of mutations. Not that it matters, but all I'm gonna say is, this thing, bro, if whoever rides these things and kills someone, man, you are like, I want to be you, because, you know, you have so much skill. Tell me why this thing is balanced. Tell me why. You know, saddles are hard to get. You know, you'll have your ascendant saddle, no one crafts them. I mean, even if you was going to craft it, you don't even need an ascendant saddle, so don't fucking cap. You can have a primitive saddle, because whichever Bob wants to talk to me and try to argue with me as well, that saddle affects enrage meter. You're in the Tetrix section right now, saying that the Tetrix broken, because fucking hell, with me you can't win that argument, because I have literally a strong point where it's not broken, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, but you know, everyone thinks they're right about stuff being balanced and broken. I don't fucking care anyways. So this thing is you know, how do you kill this thing? How can you kill it? What can you do about it and shit? Alright, well, remember, we're playing PS4, not PC. I'll tell you the difference between PC and PS4. Alright, so PS4 players have higher melee, yeah, more damage, bit more scary, but not at the same time, because, you know, every PC player likes to level 800 to 1000 weight before leveling any other stats, but it's just how PC players. I'm not saying they're broken or all. It's perfectly normal. It's your character. Characters aren't broken, alright? They're completely balanced. You know, the only broken thing about characters is losing them, you know. That is it's the only thing you use to connect to servers, play on servers, play the actual game. and you can lose it. Nice one. Oh god. Anyways, so these things, on PC they have higher weight normally off pop because of the mutate breeds and shit. But anyways, what I'm saying is higher melee, normally higher weight, but PC players use to counter Gigas. Rhinos, they have decent rhinos, and they have mutate bred them a lot. Let's be honest. Rhinos were good, yeah. They are being obviously nerfed. They're still good on PC, and they still do kill Gigas. So on PC, Gigas may not seem broken. You can weight grapple Gigas because everyone on PC carries fucking 800-pound kits on them. I don't know why. I do know why, but holy shit, they're not much of a problem on PC. Shit. Everyone has races or any team with any circle with so much HP. I can see everything just takes longer to kill on PC and does a lot more damage. Yeah. Let's talk about PS4. Let's talk about PS4 and maybe Xbox. I don't know anything about Xbox, but let's talk about PS4. Why these things are 100% balanced. Let's talk. So, yeah, you got your mana, which is really annoying. I've talked about this thing being broken. I don't know. Maybe if it might seem dumb what I'm gonna say, but maybe if all manas had primitive saddles, so even like when there were pussies and they come in to freeze and dip away, they can't. But it's not that like having primitive saddles. Maybe like mana should be nerfed to like certain stam, and they can't regain it in 0.2 seconds, so like people on griffins and shit could catch them. I don't know. But all I'm saying is these things are just weird. Like they're weird. Sometimes they're OP, sometimes they're not. I'll tell you times when they're OP and sometimes they're not. Right, they're OP against people on like griffins or ground. Like, yeah, you can ZC them, yeah, you can pick them, yeah, you got freeze debuff and stuff. But let's be honest, if a mana wants to keep coming in, doing DPS to your character, your armor, your player, melting your HP or anything, it can. It really can. And I have multiple clips. Or if I've been live streaming, you've seen me do this. I pretty much just abuse them. At least, it's kind of a joke. But anyways, this thing is only not OP when it goes against this thing. But yeah, what's the difference between these two? Whatever, 2-day raise, 7-day raise, right? Yeah, it's not going to be very good at killing a 7-day raise tame, right? But what is good at killing this? Well, let's just throw out this thing, because this thing, to be honest, these two things, right, like ignore the mana, these two things right here, yeah, 7-day raise, and everyone's going to complain saying this thing is not broken, this thing here, because it's 7-day raise tame, right? But fucking hell, I'm sorry, I forgot everything is easy to raise now that cryopods are a thing. We're not living in Arc 2015 or whatever the fuck you're saying. The Giga back then was balanced. It's not balanced now. Everyone has Gigas. You're gonna complain and say everyone don't have Gigas. Everyone has Gigas. Everyone's had Gigas. You could be a Bob in upload. You've still got some Gigas in upload. You know what I mean? It don't fucking matter. Everyone has Gigas. Everyone has Gigas. Everyone has imprint. It don't matter. Anyone has Gigas. Everyone has them. It's not no longer a rare dino, whatever it is, a long dino. Everyone has it. So that 7-day raise tame, although you might say it's a 7-day raise tame, everyone has it. So it's nothing special. So what can these things do? I'll be honest, this thing is completely bust, and this thing isn't completely bust because of this thing. Okay, so what can a Giga do? What does it do? So let's just say it has what people normally have. Is it doesn't even have to be imprinted, it is, but anyways, people normally have like 100 plus armor saddles, or like 90 plus, or 124 saddles. Loads of people have 124 saddles anyways. Anyway, this one did. When I kitted it, I took the saddle off it and put it on my imprinted Giga. But anyway, that's 124 saddles. The mana if someone's on the Giga, the mana takes. You're not killing the Giga. You know, if someone's around it, if someone's next to it, you're not killing it. Let's be honest, you're not killing it with a mana. You may freeze it occasionally, but you're not killing it. You're not killing the Giga, right? So what else can kill a Giga then? Let me think. I'm just trying to think. I mean, it's 7-day race, right? 7-day race. It must be unkillable, right? It's top of the food chain. Nothing else killed this. Nothing could fucking kill this thing. It's completely bust. The only thing that can kill this thing, it's one of these. And I don't even know why it's got that name on it. I just wanted to maybe, you know, kill someone with it and see how salty they got. But anyways, like me, nothing can kill this thing. You know, NPC, you know, people kill it, can sometimes kill them by weight grappling, all the bullshit they do with rhinos. You know, this is PS4. I'll agree, on PC, Gigas aren't broken or as much as a problem because rhinos are a thing. Not that I'm saying, oh yeah, PS4 players, it's the fact that Giga's broken because we don't have, like, I don't know, a lot of mutations on our rhinos and whatnot. You know, some people have good rhinos and shit to kill them. Anyways, what I'm saying is, this thing on PS4, you know, this thing's doesn't have a lot of element in it. You know, he can sit on that Giga as much as he wants. You know, you go reg PvP, you're about to clap a guy, and you know he's got one of these. He's got one of these on him. He just throws it out and just pretty much sits on it, right? What are you meant to do? Nothing. I mean, you can look at him, right? But even if you go pick him with a Giga or anything, he's got his full 6-man there in it. So you know they got griffins, manners, whatever, and he sits on it, and then if he gets a lucky pick on you, bruh, you drop right into this thing's fucking jaws. And I'm not lying, but melee's that high, and you pretty much one bit. And even if you're not one bit, these things are fucking rapid. The only thing that don't make it rapid is the stamina. But not gonna lie, this thing, if everyone knows if there's a Giga chasing them, they literally, everyone will probably shit themselves, which, you know, I do a lot, because fucking hell, it's scary. I mean, what else can you do about it when you're on foot, right? Just not get seen by it, and maybe, you know, it might not one bite your fucking player. Like, holy shit, you know, having a person on foot, like, foot PvP is the most balanced shit ever, and then this thing just completely destroys foot PvP. It just makes it pointless, you know. That's why people don't foot PvP. I don't know. But anyways, this thing is even more vigilant. Let me go get some more water. Oh, I forgot. Am I looking at a tame? Am I looking at this thing? Is this thing broken? Oh, I didn't know this thing was broken. My bad. How to arc. Like, some stuff, I'll be honest, he says is true. I can't lie, he says a lot of good bugs in the game, but some of the stuff he says is completely retarded. I don't know how you can think a Deodon is broken just because it regains food when you go out of render. But guess what? A Snowl, you can feed that bitch. That bitch eats normal. You know, people don't level food in a Snowl, I know. But the only way a Deodon heals is having food. Is having food, literally. If people were to level stam into the Deodon, you'd be healing for 2 seconds to be out of food. It'd be pointless dino. So with the de-render bug and coming in, it's not broken, because let's be honest, on official servers, we're not playing fucking boosted here, whatever the fuck you play. On official servers, many people have access to Snowballs and raised Snowballs compared to Deodons, you know. But anyways, this thing, the Giga, right? You just rag PvP, and you know, you want to fly PvP, whatever, ground PvP, whatever the fuck you want. And then, you know, it might not even be the one that guys you're clapping. It could be just be a bob in the bush, you know, hide armor. He could be naked, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't even have to be imprinted to him. This thing, right? It's broken. One, I'll tell you why it's broken. One, everyone has good saddles. Like, I'm not gonna go through that. One, it's tanky. It is tanky. It's a tanky dino. It's not weak. You know, it's not like a Griffin out. It's tanky. Two, when this thing gets going, it's fucking quick. Like, let's be honest. It captures 90% of people on foot or anything. You know, it's fucking quick. Or 90% of ground terms. You know, we're not talking about Mr. Mana or Mech here. You know, it'll catch your ferry. It'll catch your fucking Rex. You know, you're fucked. If you have one of these fuckers biting you, whatever team you're on, you could be on a Soka, a Racer, and you don't have another guy in a Giga or whatever next to you, bro, you're fucked. Because you know, as soon as your Racer dies, you get one bit by this fucker, you're fucked. So yeah, what we're going over, it's tanky, it's very fast, it deals massive amounts of damage. That's what it's for. It's a Giga, right? It's for dealing massive amounts of damage. 3, it's not like the rider's low down, it's a fucking big dino. So this guy, you can have turrets, whatever the fuck you want, or you can try, I don't know, it's massive, right? It's not low down, it's a big fucking dino, big area of damage, is what I'm saying. And you know, it's pretty big, so you can bite stuff in the air as well, if you're not careful, or if you know, if you get picked into one of these things there. The rage meter is, yeah, the rage meter is obviously the thing that balances it, or does more balancing out. Let me think of another thing. They have decent-ish weight, so you know, it's not like it's got 200 weight. It'll kit collect you pretty much, is what I'm saying. Like, you'll get straight kitted by this thing. I'm just trying to think of stuff that makes this thing fucking broken. Honestly, holy shit. It can't get Z-seeded. That's another thing. You can't plant Z this thing. I'm just so dead at this point. Tell me one thing for console players. We're not on PC yet. Tell me even one. Right, let's be honest, right? The only thing you're killing this thing with is a Rhino or a mech. You can be on PC, kill it with Rhino. Yeah, Rhinos, they're one-day race. They're good. They're extremely good. But like, I just feel like Rhinos are balanced. Like, people are gonna complain like, oh, they're not balanced and shit. But I feel like they introduce more foot PvP and everything than this thing. Because pretty much the only tech this fucker has is R2. And you know, when you press R2 it bites, and the bite does a lot of damage and stuff. But yeah, this thing's completely broken. Let's talk about this thing, right? Alright, before anyone says this thing would not be broken if duping was a thing, let's be honest here. It's not. The sword is broken, yeah, but why? What the fuck is this? Oh shit, like, what even is this? Like, why does it need this, you know? I'll tell you what this is, right? It's a duped mech. Everyone has them on PS4. Everyone has them on any platform, whatever the fuck you're on. Everyone has them. It's not like they dying out, you know. They kind of just, everyone still has them, you know. Wildcat's still trying to patch and patching dupe methods, but you know, people still have these things, so you know, they're not gone. They're not gone, and they do ruin Ark a lot. You know, if people want to defend the base, bro, all you need is these, you know. If you're obviously, no one's building ground bases now, right? Because everyone's building fucking unraidable caves that, you know, even now, if you are going to raid them, take about 15 hours and you have to be offline because they're extremely easy to defend. But anyways, so you know, it's got its one attack. I can demo my own spam with that shit. Yeah, you can actually demo your own structure of these things as well, which is I don't know how. Anyways, so you got your melee attack. This thing demos spam. It demos spam. It could demo any structure, including players. It does a lot of damage. I don't know how to compare it to the Giga, but let's just say, like, with certain dinos it could do more than Giga, but with certain dinos it couldn't. It's like half the Giga, but like if you have like a gas bag, like a complete circuit with a 124 saddle. The Giga may not do as much damage to it, but the mech ignores armor, so you know it might seem like it's doing more damage. But anyways, huge amounts of DPS with the sword, huge amount of area, AoE, whatever. And this thing is fucking quick. Like, and look at the stamina on this thing. Like, this shit. Oh my, this. Alright, yeah, that's another thing of arc as well. DC. Which was it, right? So, this is also another thing, obviously, that makes arc so bust. Is no matter what you're doing, you can be raising your gigas. Any, you know, that's what people mainly raise, right? Just gigas, right? Because that's all you need. Raised, you know, because you can't raise a, you know, you just kind of dupe these things. But anyways, I meant farm. You just farm them out and craft them, and yeah, that's what you do. But anyways, when you could be raising your gigas, you could be in the middle of a raid, you could be in the middle of a rocket run into a base or whatever the fuck it is. You could just be like at a proper intense moment, and you could DC a blue screen, and there's nothing, literally nothing you can do about it. You could be trying to upload a knob transfer, you might have done a trade for like hundreds of cryo, I don't know what the fuck it is, right? You could have raided a base, L1'd all the cryo fidgets, this nigga logs on, and you DC a blue screen right in front of him, and you know, it's end over. And then when you come back, you 10 out of 10 times you're dead, you know what I mean? You know, you might be lucky them few times, but you know, 10 out of 10 times, you know, it don't matter, you'll blue screen a DC, whatever, and you'll get killed. You can have your 7-day race team, your Giga, whatever the fuck on you. You can have a fatty kit. It's pointless at that point because you can't use it one bit when you're offline, right? So yeah, you pretty much, when you're a DC, your blue screen, you know, a naked Bob at level 1 could come to you, and he could just L1 you, and you know, you could go PvPing on a rag server or whatever. Could L1 you, just fly away with your mana or your Griffin. You know, it's happened to me a couple times with my Griffin, and you know, I've never seen it again. My kit, but anyways, don't matter whatever you have on you, or whatever, it's so annoying. You could be at the most intense moment or anything, and you blue screen with DC. You could be clapping someone. You could be in a 1 versus 6, completely clapping someone, right? And out of everyone to blue screen, you're the one to blue screen. Like, not only against all the odds, outnumbered and everything, holy shit, and you know, but fucking hell, you're the one to blue screen L1, and then you know, you log back on server and you're just seeing global or really pretty much easy or fat kit or you know, whatever the fuck it is, that toxic bullshit you have. You could just come across that anyways. But anyways, this thing, I'm not even gonna try to walk it here because there's too much pointless or whatever the fuck dinos are in the way. But this thing is, right, 1, it's quick, 2, it deals mass amounts of DPS through the fucking sword, and 3, it demos every structured type, including your fucking own, you know. 4, it's got the most broken pistol, whatever the fuck you want to call it, ever. The range on this thing is retarded. The DPS, the amount of damage the pistol does, is retarded. It's tanky like shit. It's got a decent amount of HP. You know, a lot of weight as well. If you get killed by this thing, you can be the fastest guy ever. You can level all weight into your character and be 155. I'm sorry, but this bitch is auto collecting you. It's got good weight. It's got good weight. It's obviously it's for demoing towers and shit, right? His pistol does retarded amounts of damage. I don't even want to say one balanced thing about it. And the only thing, right, I'm gonna tell you this right now. The thing that makes it the most broken is fucking boss dino in Ark that no one talks about. No one talks about, like, no one complains about it. They want to complain of Tedrick is the most broken dino in Ark. Shut the fuck up. This thing, Oh my. Alright, so I want to tell you this, alright? It's a war machine. You can do everything in this, right? You can kill everything. You can kill any dino. This thing with element can kill every dino. All you do is aim your pistol, what everyone likes to do. You aim your pistol, and you press fucking R2 on console, right? You aim and shoot at a Giga. You aim and shoot at a fucking Griffin, a flyer. And guess what? Even if as much as that Griffin or whatever wanted to kill you, he can't fucking pick you out. The only thing that can pick you out is a fucking RG. Like, yeah, you know, I'm totally not gonna see a fucking 1 mile per hour fucking big ass fat ass bird like coming towards me. Holy fuck. And even when you get picked by an RG, it's not like you're gonna get fucking one hit by it by a Giga, right? All you can do is maybe sometimes fucking grapple. Like, holy shit. Like, arc. Oh. Where's the skill in PvP now? Because, you know, the only thing you need for PvP is this boy or that boy right there. Or, you know, even if you like want to be a proper pussy with PvP, and you know you kind of don't want to get into the fight, you just looking, you know, you're just looking to piss people off and be a little bitch. So, you know, and every time they chase you from green up, you just dip into southwest water, you know, and just kind of look at them on this. You know, you can use that thing. You know, extinction really did break the game, because you know, without extinction at the start, you know, people won't mutate breed these things. Yeah, but pretty much what I'm trying to say is mutate breeding, like, it's just because everyone just does it. It just completely broke the game. Like, this thing's quick as fuck. It's got good weight. It's got good HP. It's got good fucking melee. It's good everything, and it can snipe. And guess what? You can't get fabbied out of it or anything. You can't get fabbied, you can't get flamed, you can't get dismounted. The only thing you can get dismounted by is a Ferox and a fucking RG. GG, but guess what? To dismount you, they have to be close. Ferox has to smash the ground around you, you know, to dismount you. The Ferox is really good for it, to be honest, but it's like you can't enter it in, like, I don't know. I've never been dismounted, I've just heard, I don't know, it's something like 5 seconds, probably like a Z. Be getting Z'd out of mech, obviously, but the Ferox is balanced with darts. And an RG picks you out. It's just kind of annoying, really. Like how an RG can only pick you out, like no other dino can pick you out at all. You know, you're invincible. Like, let's be honest, like 9 out of 10 times you're invincible. No one on any map runs around with it. You know what I mean? It's rare times you see a fucking Ferox, and you see an RG on a mech and you just don't even care because it's so hard. It turns around like so quick, you can't even pick it out, and to pick it out is extremely hard. To pick a person out and back. And yeah, they can shoot wherever they can. They can use the afterburners, which go completely. They go so quick. Like I'm going into a bunch. Look at this. Look how quick that is. Psh, fucking hell! Like, holy shit! Like, these things are completely broken. I don't want anyone to tell me that these things are not broken. I bet everyone's gonna complain, right? It's stupid. It's level 301. Not everyone has them. Fucking hell! Well, guess what? Your 7-day raise tame becomes a dead tame, even if they're level fucking 51. That shit is still 14.3k HP, and when you pump it, it still don't, it barely takes any damage. If they can make 6 prim ones, it costs them fuck all, and they can just mech spam, shoot whatever dinos you have if you fob on them. If they build on, I don't know, could be built on. They could have an outside tower of the cave, and you fob on the outside tower, and you know, 6 man of these, you're fucked. You're fucked, literally. You go to soak or anything with a racer, you know, your box is demoed instantly. You try to push with a Giga behind, you know, in case they come and bite your racer. That Giga is pretty much fucked. The kit's inside the Giga as well, so I mean, it seems to be right. I mean, you don't mind anyway if someone goes to L1. You can make some plays as well. You know, the tappy comes to destroy your tech to it. It's fucking hell, you can make somebody to death. You can do whatever the fuck you want. At this point, it don't really fucking matter. You can go PP with frag with full 6 man in these mechs. You know, duped. You know, completely allowed in the game. with some heli dust, whatever the fuck you want, with a boss down there. I don't really care, and literally kill everyone, and no one can do it apart from, you know, complain, be like, oh, you guys are shit PvP, and you know, you just put easy, easy kit because you just go around killing everyone, easy kit, or you could just, oh, it don't even matter because no one uses mechs, right? Because everyone has to use element, bro. You just go rag. Walk around with a 6-man of imprinted gigas, bro. Who the fuck is meant to kill you then? Fucking no one. You know what? Oh, you know, you can walk around with a 4-man, with one with a UD, one with a fucking owl. I don't really give a fuck, right? At this point, it's a joke. It's a joke, really. It's a joke, and I will show some clips to back up my point of, you know, of why these dinos are broken, of why the Giga is broken. I don't have any clips of the mech or anything being broken, because fucking hell, I don't know who wants to save a clip of them dying to a mech. You know, don't get me wrong, I have pocketed and I have pocket mech people. I will be, you know, I'm not gonna say I haven't. Everyone has. You know, you can be a good player, bad player. Everyone's used a pocket team to kill someone. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm a PvP god or oh, holy shit. I'm just saying, I have pocket mech someone because they literally followed me and literally killed my fucking Drake with a fucking tech rifle and a, you know, a spider. He kind of just sat above me the whole time, just shooting my Drake. You know, completely, you know, broken dino, by the way, with a tech rifle and my rock golem. So I pocket meched him when he came to, because he fucking almost free hit me. Them spiders fucking hurt anyways. The spiders hurt. The spiders hurt. The spider do hurt. They 3-to-1 hit you. Let's be honest. What else have we got by? You know. Yeah, you know, the basilisk and all that shit. That's just all completely balanced. Tappy's completely balanced. Meglos way too balanced. The Ferrazina, this thing is pretty much pointless dino at this point. People can be like, oh, it's for raiding caves and shit, but you know, you can't raid caves because everyone has these OP builds, and you know, in some caves, yeah, they're called crowd spots, and you know, you can't really use a ferry. Like, it's a good DPS down in a cave, yeah, but how do you actually raid the cave? Well, you see, you know, you kind of just use turtles and sit there hours of soaking if they're offline, and if they've got capped turrets, then it's a rip for you, man, because you're not getting in there. Because, you know, if they build the death wall further far back and it's hard enough to shoot, you get tech rifle and you'll die. And shit like that. You know, if they log on and narc-nade you, you know what, you die. You get knocked out on the ground, and guess what? Not only can your teammate he can try to drag your body back, but fucking hell, you know, your teammate could be guarding your body, but you'll die to anti-mesh anyways when you touch the ground. Just like I fucking did just then. That's what happened. So, you know, we got the Deinonychus, which was it's lagging. We got Deinonychus, which is a dino they added for Valgares, balance. Let's see what balanced dinos we got here. Fellows, yeah, they're balanced. Like, people might complain they're not and shit. It's just raising, like, no one can be asked raising. On PC, yeah, they can enrage gigas, but fucking hell, gigas are OP, so I don't go fuck. Rhino's balanced, Ferry's 2 balanced, gas bag. I complain that these things weren't balanced when they first come out, but you know, they're for raiding, and raiding's hard now, so they're balanced. You know, races, yeah, they're balanced because the saddles are expensive and shit, and you know, whatever. You know, they're balanced. Kangaroo, fuck nah, that thing's completely broken, bro. Remember kangaroos? They can carry 4k weight, you know, and how to arc, man. They can do bear runs, one slot at bear run. They're broken. Really fucking broken. Let's see what we got. Fucking hell, what have we got? We got glowtails. Broken, obviously. We got this thing. Most broken fucking dino that. At this point, it doesn't even fucking matter. You know, like on PC, they have Spinos that they raise gigas with and shit. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's all good. But on P4 and shit, the PvP meta is fucking bust. Because every time you get rid of the clapper bob, he just throws out a fucking Giga or a mech. And pretty much he sits on it till one of your try mates tries to PvP, you know, someone who's not on the Giga or the mech, and you know, might get picked or get froze by mana, low to ground, and you know, they're pretty much fucked from there. And you know, whenever you go to extinction, right? You know, whenever you go to Genesis, like, it doesn't even matter what map, because you get them on every map. Skiffs. Tell me one reason why skiffs are balanced on hero. Oh, they're easy to shoot with a tech weapon. They break so easy. They're weak, right? They're weak. They only have 10k HP. They're weak, right? Shit. You know, I fucking wish. Isn't my how fucking weak a dino is. People complain and say mechs. You just sit there and pump it with four people with pumps and shoot a mech. Bitch, not everyone is there to shoot a fucking mech with 4 pumps and shit. Shut the fuck up. We're talking about an actual PvP situation, not a PvE camping turrets, magically finding a bob on a mech standing still, whatever. I don't give a fuck situation, right? If you go extinction anywhere and you do not have a tech, let's just say a tech railgun, because even with a tech rifle, that bitch here will just come, will pick you up, and you will get every single shot with the tech rifle, pick you up, launch you off your Giga while doing early vein 50 miles away, and they'll just throw a Giga, eat your Giga with it, and fucking hell, you know, he's wearing a tech suit in it, so you know, all he does after that is you can either whistle his Giga fall, or you can just use a fucking tech suit, literally float above you for the 10 years, you know, with flame flow, obviously, because he's got skill, and you can wait his cryo timer, or you know, and pocket gear, and you know, kill you with R2 and put easy in global, or you can just pretty much clap you with flame flow. It doesn't even fucking matter at this point. Like, fucking hell, whenever you go extinctions, it's nothing but mechs, because the elements are easy as fuck. Tech suits, skiffs, and pocket gears. Like, holy fuck. You know, if you fight someone in extinction, enrage them in a 1v1, tell me they do not come back with a skiff or a fucking mech and just mech spam and just sit in the mech. Like, you can be in a flyer and I'll still try and mech spam you. Like it's just fucking dumb. And skiffs, like, how the fuck is this thing? Like, you should only be able to pick allied dinos. Enemy dinos is a fucking no-go. This bitch can pick up your whole ass. You can be trying to raid someone online, Genesis. This bitch just comes along. You know, you can pick up your whole ass fucking Tetrick. You can pick up your whole ass Tetrick. You can pick up wherever the fuck you want. You can pick you all off your Gigas while you Giga fighting. You know, you got your racer pushed up. You know, maybe Tetrick or something. I don't give a fuck, right? And this bitch just comes and picks you a skiff. A skiff is just broken. It has unlimited picks. It's fucking quick. Let's be honest. You know, it's not exactly rocket science how to run it. It's not exactly hard. Yeah, it's not that a skiff does any damage. Just like picks you. And the pick is just so broken. Because if you don't have a tech weapon, there's nothing you can do about it. It literally picks you. It's not like it's coming close. It doesn't have to be like decently close to you. It can pick you from, I don't know how much meters, but fucking hell, we all know it. It's just broken, you know. Someone just sitting in a skiff. It's not PvP. People pick you with a skiff, drop you in turrets, drop you what the fuck they want in the base, and put you easy. Like, I'm sorry, you know how to use a mech and kill people with a mech, whatever the fuck a robot is, or a skiff. You know, it's so shit. But the PvP meta right now on PS4, I don't even care if it's on PC or anything. I don't know. It's just not skilled. It's not skilled, and it's just boring, really. Like, how's just spamming R2 on someone? The balance. And enrage meters, even if you Giga fighting, it might seem fun, but enrage meters are pretty much bust at this point. You get, sometimes you could bite someone on a Giga. He could take 5 bites to enrage, and he could enrage you in 3. Or you could take 5 bites to enrage him in 1. The enrage meters are so fucking retarded, it doesn't make sense. If your Giga it could be, I don't care if it's not 100% imprinted, alright. I'm gonna be honest, yeah. But you're getting 1 bit to 2 bit enraged. Like, yeah, I know imprint matters less, but I got enraged by a Giga. I know it was only 91% imprint, but still, that's at least 90% the way to 100% imprint, right? I got 1 bit enraged against a Giga with mate boost, but he had no ute buff, so he wasn't doing any increased damage by the ute buff. You know, he 1 bit enraged my Giga. My Giga was imprinted to me, 91% imprint. That should not be a thing. How can you get 1 bit enraged on the imprinted Giga? You know, I'm sorry, my Giga just suddenly turned and imprinted on me. Not much I can do, and it's just buster because obviously, you know, it looks good for them, you know, it was in 2v4 and shit, but Giga fights now, the melee is so retarded and the rage meters really don't make sense sometimes. Like, I'll be honest, like, I have been raged a lot of times, like, with bullshit moments and stuff, but, you know, I probably rage people with bullshit moments as well. I'm not saying it's like fun. It's fun to gigabyte and sometimes and shit, but it's just not that fun anymore, really. Like, I'd rather people gig fight with like 400 melee gigas and shit. It'd be a lot more fun. It takes longer to enrage and shit, and it's really more down to skill. Like, with gigas now and shit, it's just stupid. Like, the enrage meters are fucking bugged as fuck. But anyway, it don't matter about gigas, right? When you've got this thing, you know, it fucking kills everything. You know, this video's completely dog shit anyways. I don't even know why I'm complaining at this point, because most of your comments are gonna be about fucking cry anyway. But I'm just saying, it's just, I just wish Ark was more of a skill based really game than, you know, not who has, I don't know, the most top tier dinos or some shit like that, like the Giga or the mech and shit, I don't know, or who can, you know what I mean. It's just like, I'm gonna be honest here, but it's fucking 95% of PS4 players, and I've been watching that are just fucking bobs pretty much, and just know how to pocket tame someone and just kill them. The amount of bobs you go to extinction with tech suits, and they're all just floating with the tech suits, waiting to tech punch you off your griffin, and fucking throw out a pocket mech or whatever the fuck it is, a pocket. I don't give a fuck, right? It's just not down to skill really anymore, which is really boring for me. I wish I did a bunch of PvP and I played, and I was like, obviously new the game before cryputs were a thing, because the fuck PvP looked insane, and not everyone had gigas. Now everyone it's just gigas everywhere. The only times I've been dying lately is to gigas and mechs. It's just boring. Like, I would not be bothered if someone killed me, like, straightforward, you know, you killed me with a lightning weapon, like literally GG, or you kill me with a flaming a griffin or something. Like, yeah, it's more toxic, but you know, if I die to any other thing, but I'd rather someone actually kill me with some, like, pressing multiple buttons, and someone just, you know, kind of almost getting clapped, so they panic and they literally just throw out one of these things. I don't even know what to call them. It's just boring, and, like, you know, they just pretty much sit on the Giga the whole time, or the mech, and just literally walk across green or brag. It's just boring. I'm gonna stop uploading this video, so shit, but I'm just saying it's fucking boring. Yeah, that's it.